Hello, travel buddies and friendships. This is the part 3 of my Tunisia adventure.
Please just take it slow. There's no need to rush things, no. Let's figure out a way. You know it's
We left Jamaica Oasis bound to Douz. The travel time took us 2.5 hours by car. Along the way, we passed the stunning Chute El Djerid. It's the Tunisia's largest salt flat. It stretches about 120 kilometers in length and 20 kilometers in width. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't in favor of us. If only the sun was out, I could have witnessed the landscape shifts between shimmering white salt crust and mirage-like reflection. As we neared to Douz, the landscape changed to rolling sand dunes marking the start of the Sahara Desert. While we were on the road to my accommodation, my driver and tour guide told me that Nudin, the tour operator, had changed my accommodation and he wasn't happy about it. Since he was a freelancer driver and guide, not connected to the tour operator I booked with, he wanted to check what had been arranged. Being familiar with Douz, he was surprised that Nudin had booked me a room instead of a tent. Took me there to see it for myself.
This is playing up. Why I need like this? Why I have to travel all the way to have this one?
The driver contacted Nudin to inform him that I refused to stay there, as it was not what I had expected or agreed upon. In response, Nudin arranged another accommodation for me and we went to check it out.
And that is the tent.
Chef!
When I saw the accommodation, I was extremely stressed and furious. I was about to call the police, but my driver asked me not to, as it was getting late. Instead, he called Nudin again. I then spoke to Nudin myself, reminding him that 3 months before my arrival, he had asked for my final decision so he could arrange the logistics. Yet, apparently, nothing had been properly organized, insisting that he provide me with a decent accommodation we had agreed upon. Without my driver's help, I might have ended up sleeping in a house. The third accommodation where I spent the night was okay, but it wasn't what I had expected. I had envisioned a setting with giant sand dunes like those in Merzouga, Morocco or Mauritania, where I had been before. Nevertheless, the campsite was nice and I got to experience sun-baked bread. Unfortunately, it rained overnight. I could hear the rain falling on the tent roof and the wind was very strong. To make matters worse, my phone died before the rain started, so I couldn't record the heavy downpour or the tent flapping violently. I even thought it might be blown away. At 6:30 p.m., the staff began preparing the sun-baked bread. They first collected fine sand and shaped into a slightly elevated round mound about 2 inches high. A fire was then lit on top of the sand, burning until hot embers remained, ensuring the sand was heated thoroughly. While waiting for the sand to reach the right temperature, the baker kneaded the dough, flattening it into a round shape about 1.5 inches thick. Once the sand was hot enough, the dough was placed directly onto the embers and then covered with more hot sand and embers. The bread baked for 25 minutes. To check if it was done, the baker carefully cleared some embers and tapped the surface of the bread in different spots. Once fully baked, the bread was unearthed and cleaned of sand. It was served by tearing it into small pieces accompanied by a Tunisian dipped sauce. The next morning, the rain had stopped and the sky was somewhat clearer. After breakfast, we left the camp and set off for camel and horse riding. The camel ride cost $30 for 1 hour, including accident insurance. For the horse ride, a towering horseman unexpectedly showed up and offered me his horse. When I asked about the price, he simply said any amount is okay. My advice, always ask for the price up front before committing to a ride. I was fortunate that the horseman was satisfied with what I gave him after the ride. After a fun morning in the desert, we headed to the local market to explore. In Tunisia, displaying the head of an animal outside a meat shop or a barbecue restaurant holds cultural significance. It symbolizes freshness and authenticity, assuring customers that the meat is locally sourced and freshly prepared. Ritual animal butchery is a common practice in North Africa, where every part of the animal, including the head, is used as a sign of respect and sustainability. Additionally, the head plays an important role in traditional cuisine, often used in local dishes. It also serves as a symbol of quality and halal slaughter, ensuring that the meat has been processed according to Islamic dietary laws. Animal breast meat such as lamb, goat, or beef is commonly sold in markets and used in traditional dishes. Goat and lamb breasts are particularly popular for the rich flavor and tender texture. After exploring Douz town, we drove to Matmata, home to the trogdolyte caves. Halfway, we stopped in Tamizirit, a Berber village, for a cup of almond tea. I love their almond tea because you can eat the seeds after drinking it. It is the almond seeds. The 1, 2, 3, 4. I can count their money.
No.
So I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating.
This is 4. This is
Okay.
4.
Done.
This is done. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Half, half.
50, 50, 1, 1, 1. Okay.
Okay.
After finishing our tea and stretching our legs, we drove for another hour to reach the small village of Matmata. Matmata is a small Berber town in southern Tunisia, best known for its troglodyte underground dwellings. These unique homes, carved into soft sandstone, were traditionally built by the Amazigh Berber people to withstand the harsh desert climate. Troglodyte houses are designed by digging into the ground, forming central courtyards surrounded by cave-like rooms, providing natural insulation from extreme temperatures. Many cave homes are open to visitors, offering a unique opportunity to experience Berber life firsthand. We enjoy the traditional lunch, immersing ourselves in the local culture, cuisine, and hospitality. Despite modernization, Matmata remains a stronghold of Amazigh traditions, where locals continue to speak Tamazight and uphold their ancient customs. Some of the Matmata's troglodyte caves were featured as Luke Skywalker's home in Star Wars: A New Hope in 1977. Our final stop for the day was a troglodyte cave-inspired hotel located not far from where we had previously been. I stayed there overnight. My room looked like a real cave with a single entrance and exit. The walls were made of natural stone, creating a cool and quiet atmosphere. Hello, travel buddies and friendships. It's Louie here again. Thank you all so much for your support. And please don't forget to like and comment. And I would like to hear from you. Bye!